Masechta Sanhedrin, Daf Ayin Gimel Amud Aleph. We're starting from the Mishnah. Ve'elu hein shematzilin oisan benafsham. These are those that you could save a person from doing an aveda by killing them. Haroidef acha aveda lahargai, v'haroidef achazacha. Somebody who chases after his friend to kill him, or somebody who's chasing to sodomize another person, a man, a male, and so too, he's going after a night that's engaged. So what's the connection to Ben Seri Meir? We're learning the whole time Ben Seri Meir. Because Ben Seri Meir gets killed for what he's going to do, but not something that he did already. Here also, he's getting killed for what he's going to do. He's chasing him. You're allowed to kill him before you even kill the person. Yeah, he's chasing after the night Amaros, but that's a little different. But Shenreidif, it's the Ged of Areidif, which is Al Seif Daite. So it says the Gemara, here it is. Ayin Beis, Ayin Gimel. Okay? Sagt die Mishnah weiter, Aval Areidif Acha Behema. But if he's being reidif after a behema, or to sodomize the behema, so let him the behema. Somebody who's in Chal Shabbos, somebody who serves idols, then you're not allowed to go and kill the person before he does the aveda.
He's running after persons from Chal Shabbos.
So how do we know somebody who's chasing his friend to kill him that you're allowed to kill him before he kills him? Talmud Lema comes, the pasuk says, don't stand while your friend is being, his blood is being spilled. In fact, you might have is coming to teach us that. We need it for this that we learned in the Braysim. How do we know if somebody sees his friend that's drowning, or he sees a chayat, he's schlepping, he's about to kill him, yeah, or he sees robbers are coming upon his friend, that you're chayiv to save him? You're not allowed to stand over. You have to intervene. You're right. That's what comes to teach us. So how do we know taka that you're allowed to kill the person? That's a reidef. So you want to ask you about kavachema. That we learn out with kavachema from where? Midnight amarosa. From a night amarosa. Man night amarosa shleit ba. What is the person coming to do? Just to be paying the woman. Taylor said that you're allowed to kill it. We'll soon see. He says lahalon. The Gemara will say lahalon. So how much more so? If somebody's coming to chase the kill. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. But if he's chasing his friend to kill him, for sure you could kill him. In fact, he says, what are you talking about? The punishment is skila. A reidif who kills somebody else, or somebody who kills somebody else, the punishment is just cheref. It's a lower punishment. So we're not looking at the punishments. We're looking at what's happening to the person. But by the woman, the night of even though it's a stronger punishment, but what's happening to the woman? She's not getting killed. She's getting nivgam. She's becoming seconds. But when it comes to reidif, if another person, you're killing him. That's something else. So for sure the din should be that you have to save him. Could you learn out a punishment of Misa from a Kalvachema? We said, yeah, Ein Minadin. And the Gemara says, the very Rabbi Tona, we learned in the Braisa from the Beismatish of Rabbi, that the din of Reid Lachachaber Lahagay, Hakeshu, it's a Hakesh, it's not a Kalvachema. Now, what's the difference between a Kalvachema and a Hakesh? Says Rashi. A Hakesh and Zedeh Shava, or Mamish, like it's written in the Torah, Mefurash Torah. These are midas that were given Rabbi Seinu. A kavachem is based on your own seichel. It's a swara das shana eigene Sach. But hekesh, when you say the Shabbat, that's the Torah schreibt das. Says the Gemara, so it has it in like the Torah. So he says it's a hekesh. What's the hekesh? It says in the pasuk by Naira Marasa that was Nenas. It says Naira lo Isasa. The beginning of the pasuk says the Naira don't do anything. Ein la Naira chet mavis. To the Naira, she doesn't have a sin of death. Just like when a person will stand up against his friend and kill him. Says, why'd you have to give a mashal from the Ritzeach to a night of Rasa? It says, you obviously want to tell us that just that's the pasuk, right? And it says, Kain Adova Zeh. If it said in the end of the pasuk, it says, Kikashe Yok Mish Alei with the Tzach Nefesh. Kain Adova Zeh. Kain Adova Zeh means so too by the night of Rasa. What do we need this mashal for?
That's legabe to
night of Rasa.
I know, but that's legabe to that she shouldn't be punished.
Right.
Not,
so that's what he's saying.
It's not this negative.
The negative. The pasuk is talking about that he killed Be'onis. So there, just like him, he would be potter. So too, the Naira is Ptura Me'onis if it was Nivela Be'onis. Yeah. Says the Gemara, what is the mashal coming to teach? What do we need a mashal from the Ritzeach? I mean, it's the same thing. It says she didn't do anything that's deserving of misa. You look in the words of the pasuk. It says in the beginning of the pasuk, "La naira, lo isasadova, ein la naira, chet mavis." There's nothing. So we know there was a shayik. I mean, it wasn't. It was aynus. Yeah. So of course, what do you need? Just like by Ritzeach, but it's the exact same thing. No, he says. What does the Gemara have to say? What does the pasuk have to say a mashal like this? If it's self-understood by Naira, says the Gemara from Ritzeach making a mashal. So he says like this. Now we have to say it's coming to teach us that al Naira b'negeya that b'negeya tainis we said already. But it was written kidei lahakish. What's the hakish between Naira Rasa and Ritzeach? V'nimtza lamad. We learn from it and makish Ritzeach leNaira Rasa that we learn both ways. Just like we learn Naira from an example from Ritzeach, Oines is Potter, so to Naira is Potter, we learn the reverse, Naira from Ritzeach, that Ma Naira Amorosa, just like a Naira Amorosa when she's being near death. Nitan Lahatzila Benashri, a person has to intervene to save her. So too, after Ritzeach, Nitan Lahatziloi, you could take the Malchus, Nitan Lahatziloi Benashri. Then the halacha is that he could save. Says the Gemara, so it says the Gemara, okay, so that's the Hakish. In fact, Gemara, from where do we know that if somebody's chasing to rape the Naira Menasa, how do we know that the halach will be that you're allowed to intervene and kill that person who's the Reidef? So the Gemara, the Vei, like we learned the basement of Rabbi Yishmael, the Tana Vei Rabbi Yishmael, we learned the Braisa of Rabbi Yishmael. The pasuk says by Naira Amurasa, it says the Naira Tzaka Naira Amurasa, the Naira Amurasa is in the field. She was screaming. It says, I think the beginning of the pasuk is Kibasoda Mitzah Naira Tzaka Naira Amurasa, Ve'imashila. I think it's not in the street; it's in the field, and there's nobody to help her. There's nobody there. So there's nobody to intervene. But what if there was somebody there to help her? With anything that he can intervene, he has to do whatever it takes. You killed her either. Says go from him. So that's where we learn out that by a Naira Merasa that is being chased, it says the only reason that nothing happened because there was nobody to help her. But if there was somebody that was able to help her, the halach is he has to kill her. Go from him. How do you know if you see your friend is drowning, or Chai is trying to maul a person, or his listing came upon him? That you have to intervene to save him. Don't stand on your friend's blood. You gotta. That's where you learn out that you have to save a person from drowning in a nor. We learn out from different pasuk that we learned in the Braisa. The Torah says that a person has to return an aveda of Mammon Labailov. Aveda is good from Menayan. How do we know aveda itself that you're mechuyev to return? From the pasuk says this pasuk is extra because it doesn't have to say it says already hashev teshivim lachicha. So what do you have to say again? So it's come to tell you that you have to, if a person, the goof of a person, you have to return to him. The neshama, you have to make sure to save him. So you don't learn it out from this is very similar to that. It says here you see somebody chas v'shalom drowning in hayam, and it's you see a person drowning in hayam, meaning he's gemisht mit alle. in the dirty water, let's say, is gemisht mit all schmutz. So he's polluted. The guy himself is polluted. So you're going to think, man darf nicht helfen. No, you have to take him out. You have to let him from there. The same thing is over here. The Baal Shem Tov sagt that it says, if you seek that's later. But if you see the chamer of your friend, so you would think, you'll see your friend's chamer. Chayma geht from guf. Chayma is the guf. Was is he hates you in the shama. So you would think, I mean, I'm sorry, chadalta. Because he's a sinner. It comes to tell you, you see somebody who's drowning in dirty water. So you think his goof, his gas, schmutzige goof, he does all kinds of meisim roim. No, you have to make sure, you have to help him, bring him back. Yeah. Sagt die Mutter, immer hast mir from that pasuk from the Hashem to Shivim. How about me? I would have thought, how did he believe? When were these words said? Benafshe. That's been a geya himself, that he himself could save the other person. How about to bother and just find, he can't, he says, I don't know how to swim, I see a guy drowning in Yam. So he has to save a deep sea diver to go and help him. He has to give money. Money is like your nefesh, your baby. So no, you got to give the money. Of course, he brings down to the Mefarshim that if this guy has money, the one that was saved, he has to pay him back.
What if you save him?
Okay. Now, gelernt, say if somebody was chasing after his friend to kill him, he's chasing after a male to sodomize him, or after a Naira was engaged, or those that are chayav Mrs. Bezin, the Haroyis, like a sister, he's married to a sister, he's chayav Mrs. Bezin, he lives with her, and even after Haroyis, which are chayav krisus. The halacha is you're allowed to kill that person if he sees he's chasing to do such a isa. But when it comes to a kohen gadol chasing after Amana, even though he's not allowed to marry Amana, but you don't intervene. Or a kohen hedget, Amana kohen gadol turns her into halala.
I know, but it's allowed. These are allowed.
Correct. That's why you don't intervene. If a kohen hedget is chasing after a grush v'chalutza, then you don't intervene and try to kill him.
You don't kill him.
You don't kill him.
It's not a chayv krisus.
That's el chalav. These two are Amana kohen gadol, now grush v'chalutza. The kohen hedget is allowed. Okay, we'll soon get to it.
What if he runs after her? Maybe she doesn't want him, so it's also like he's raping.
No, he's chasing to rape her. Yeah, the same thing.
Why don't you kill him over here like that?
Oh, you don't, because it's only Esther Rabbanon that he's going to commit at the end.
Yes, only the law, but he's what's the worst thing?
Only by Aroyis, something that's Mrs. Beston, Chayve Krisus, then you have to intervene. So you want to never Aveda. Let's say this woman already was Aveda was done to her. Somebody lived with her. Now it's the second time. Yes, it's the second round. Second round. She's already second. So then she's second. Only the first round. Yeah. Yes, Lamashia. So now another thing, if she has somebody who can intervene, the first thing is you don't kill him. If there's a way to save her and stop him without killing him, you stop him that way. Even if the woman is saying to those that are coming to save her, leave the Reidav alone, let him do what he wants, because later on he's going to kill me. Let him do what he wants. So then you don't intervene. How do we know these dinim? It says in the pasuk that was Nensa. It says now the words Ein la'anayra chet mavis is extra. There's no need to say those words because in the pasuk it already said about la'anayra lo yisasa dova. Obviously she doesn't have any chet on mavis. But you have to repeat those words. Says first of all, if you look at the words, it doesn't spell out in the Torah the full with a hey. It says lanar. It's really we read it lanaido. Yeah, so when you can read it nar ze zacha. That's coming to teach us that you're allowed to go. If you see a reid of ifta zacha, somebody's chasing to sodomize a male, then you're allowed to kill him. Lanaida. What is it coming to now? Read it as how you're supposed to read it. With a hey, as if it's a hey. Zudnai. That's including. That if somebody's going to chase and rape an animal else, he's also chet. What's the actual word chet? Those are going on those that over chayve krisus. The halacha is that you can kill him also. Maves el chayav Mrs. Besdin. I was going on those that are chayav Mrs. Besdin, that those that are chasing after somebody, he would be chayav Mrs. Besdin. You're allowed to kill him. In fact, you want to call Hani Lamali? Why do you need all these cases? Let's learn out from one another. It says you want to know. You need every single case. If the Torah would have written nar, just a nar, I would say b'shum delav. It's not the usual way of living. So I would say, and it is such a bizoyed and such bushes. So I would say, you're allowed to intervene. Of a naira, what happened with the naira? He lived with a no Malay. So a Malay, I would say no. Because Achman a naira, if the Torah would only write naira, I would say, mishum de kapagim la. He lived with the normal way. Now she became seconds. Now the one who's engaged her, he's not happy with it. And also she's a beulah, so there's shilas with a kohen and all my sisters. Avalna the loy kapagim lay, but na. Yeah, avalna the loy kapagim lay anar. Well, he wasn't pogum. Nothing happened. He didn't become seconds. I would say no. You don't kill the reidav because achmanahani. And if the Torah would have written both, I'd say shum the high love urchiu. I say each one has a mile of its own. This one, the zacha, why do you have to write it? Because it wasn't a usual thing. It's not the way. Mm-hmm. That's why I would say he has to get Melissa. This one, paglay, you were paigim the woman, she became seconds. That's why you have to kill the reidav. But other aroyes, where the bila was kidarkam and the pagam is not as big as a night amarasa. So these two sibis are not there. I would say no. Maybe you're not allowed to kill the reidav because Achman Chet. That's why the Torah wrote Chet. Because Achman Chet, Havamina, I feel chayav alavan. But if the Torah would have written only Chet, I would have thought even if she was nidav, she was a nidav in a isa of alav like Hamar Lekain Gadol. Because Achman Mavis Lashmiinu that only the reidav is only going to be chayav if it's a Chet that it's either. That's chayve krisis. That's or chayve Mrs. Besdin, but no other, not lower than that, not lavin. Because Achman rak maves, if the Torah would have only written maves, havamin chayav Mrs. Besdin in chayav krisis loy. If the Torah would have only written maves, I would have said only Mrs. Besdin. But like chayav krisis, which is a lower level of punishment, so I would have said you're not allowed to kill him because Achman. That's why your Torah wrote chet to tell you even by chayav krisis. In fact, let the Torah only write about Chayavi Krisus and Mrs. Besdin. And also with Naira, I don't have to also use sign Nar, the way it's written, and Naira, the way you read it, in order to be to include Zachav and Naira Marasa, because these two Avedas are also ancient. Their punishment is Mrs. Besdin. So you're talking right. Well, now Naira, the inyan of Naira is chad. Let me tell you, one is coming to now, not include the misa, to exclude that somebody who you see is about to serve idols. So you're not allowed to intervene to kill him. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to. It's exclusion. And one is coming to exclude behema and also the Shabbos. One is come to exclude somebody who sodomizes a behema. Shabbos, you're not allowed to kill the man. Why does it say there's three over here? It says Shabbos, right? So he brings down from the Tesis that Shabbos we learn out with Gzeir Shava from Avetz Yechavim. It says Chilul and Chilul by both. So Shabbos is you don't need a separate limud than Avetz Yechavim. It's included. If Avetz Yechavim, you know already that it's excluded. That if somebody's about to do this sin of Avetz Yechavim, you're not allowed to kill him. So Shabbos is the same thing like Avetz Yechavim because of Gzeir Shava. We learn out. No, because Chilul Shabbos we learn out from Avetz Yechavim with Gzeir Shava that they're the same. Same din. But according to Rav Shimon Yochai, he says you are allowed to kill him if you see he's about to serve idols. So you're allowed to go and kill him before. So according to Rashbi, yeah. So what are we going to say now? We have one extra yitur, and if you want to chadlim yuti behema, one comes to exclude if he's running to sodomize a behema that you're allowed to kill the Reidif, and not the Reidif, the what? Yeah, the Reidif is a Reidif nach Beima. The Chad, the Miyut is Shabbos, and one is coming to exclude that Shabbos that you're not allowed to intervene. Meaning that he doesn't get you. If you see he's about to be Mechal Shabbos, you don't kill him. So that Chamina says, I would have thought that you should kill him by Shabbos. Because Teisi Shabbos, we should learn out Shabbos from Avodah Zarah. Because you have, it says by Shabbos, Mechallah Meis Yumas, and it says by Avodah Zarah, it says Sechalav Shem Elekecha. So both of them say Chilul. So I would have thought, if Avodah Zarah you're not allowed to kill, you're allowed to kill. So by Shabbos you should also kill the person who's about to be Mechal Shabbos. So that's what he's come to tell you. No, Shabbos, we're not going to learn out from the Gzeir Shabbos. In B'negei to, if you can kill the Reidif, you can't. According to Rabbi Lezer says you're allowed to kill. So what are you going to say now? If you wanted to ask your Shabbos, he Taka learns out Shabbos from the Gzeir Shabbos, Chilu Ma'avidz Kechavim. So according to Rabbi Lezer, Mechal Shabbos, you're allowed to intervene. And Shabbos, you learn out, he argues. The Gzeir Shabbos tells us, just like by Avodah Zarah, you're allowed to intervene before he does this sin. You're allowed to kill him. So by Shabbos, we're going to say, this Monday, Rabbi Elazar says the same. We learn out the Gzeir Shabbos. So what do we need the extra miyut? Says, one of the Yiturim is miyut, lemiuti behema. Comes to exclude that if somebody's coming to be reidiv, to sodomize a behema, that he doesn't get killed. We don't kill him by behema. The idach. So what's the naira? He says because Rachmana anar, since the Torah had already needed to write the word nar to exclude behema, because of nami naira, because naira is already pshuti shamikra. What does it say in the pasuk? The pasuk talks about a naira over there. La naira lo isasadova. So it makes sense to say, it doesn't have chet. What was the word? I forgot how the passing hand off over there. Naira doesn't have chet of Mavis, I think it was. Naira Mavis, I think.
So you don't kill it then?
Oh, chet Mavis. Okay. No, so 1 minute. So you needed only one miyut, and then one miyut comes to tell you if he runs ifta behema to sodomize behema, you don't kill him. But we're talking about according to Rabbi Lezer. He says, but by what do you need naira for? He says night. Once you use nar to exclude behema, you have to say naira because that's pshut shamika. Rabbi Yehuda says, af hayimeres hanichaloi, even isha that's being chased, and she says to the people that want to help her,
leave him alone.
Leave him alone. So he shouldn't kill her. So in fact, so the Chachamim say the Chacham didn't bring this case. Obviously, the Chacham argue with Rabbi Yehuda. They say in such a case you do kill the Reidif, even in such a case when she says Anichaloi. Only Rabbi Yehuda says you leave her alone.
You should say do kill her because what she says should not kill her because maybe we'll kill her later. So the better thing you should kill right now. She said don't kill him because
he'll kill me later. Yeah. But that's the Chacham's thought. What are they arguing? So what is the Rabbi Yehuda with Chacham arguing whether you're allowed to kill the Reidif when she says leave him alone because she's afraid he's going to kill him? It's talking about that the woman is particular. She doesn't want to become seconds. She doesn't want that he should live with her. And this that she wants, she should leave him. She says, don't save me because she's afraid he's going to kill him later. Rabbanon hold the whole reason why the Torah said that we should kill the Reidif. The Torah is particular because she is makpid and she doesn't want to be seconds. That's what counts. Ante pigam, and she's going to be nivgam. So you have to kill him according to Chacham. She is particular about a pigam. Rabbi Yehuda says, "Hi, the Kamer Achmana Katlei." This that the Torah said that you kill him is mishum de masa nafsh lektala because we're afraid that the woman is gonna fight him. It's gonna because she's not gonna want, and he'll kill her, But here is this case. He's not gonna kill her. Because she says he'll live with me. I won't get killed. So that's why Rabbi Yehuda says in such a case you have to leave him alone because she's not getting the whole purpose of killing him because he might kill her. according to Rabbi Yehuda. But here she's not going to get killed. Papa said to Abaye, if according to Rabbanim the Torah is makbid on the pigam, so the woman is also makbid that the Kohen Gadol shouldn't live with her. She's going to become nivgam. Amalei. So he said back to Papa. Abaye answered, only in a big peda, meaning a pigam gadol like Isuri Aroyis. That's a pigam gadol. So there you have to intervene and you're allowed to kill the reidav. But on a pigam gotten like Chayv Lavin, like Amon Lekoyin Gadol, the Torah wasn't makbid that you should be allowed to kill him and intervene like that sort of a way. Says Gemara Chet Elo Chayav Knisas. You said Chet comes to include a reidav is coming after a woman that would make them Chayv Kares. So you're allowed to kill him. So Gemara Halis Yostira Elo Nod Sheishlam Knas. It says these are the nighters that have a knas. He said one who lives with his sister. Okay, now, what is the chayv knas? The halacha is by a nighter, if somebody raped her, right, then he has to pay 50 shkalim, and then if the father wants, he has to stay married to her. Yeah. That's it. Oba by a chayse, he can't stay married. But nevertheless, it says he pays knas.
But how come you don't kill him?
1 second. Oh, he still has to pay knas. So the shaila is that before he did Aveda, right, he was Chayv Misa. So now you have the klal of Kimlei B'derabmenei. So why should he have to pay knas?
If you kill him anyways.
If we said yesterday, he doesn't have to get the Misa. If he's Chayv Misa, there was a time that it was Chayv Misa and it happened at the same time. While he was Chayv Mamen, you say Kimlei B'derabmenei. So over here, the same thing. Here, this man was living with his sister. So for living with his sister, he's chayiv krisus, chayiv misa. And we said by misa, chayiv krisus, Aroidav is allowed to kill him. If he's going to live with somebody that is chayiv krisus, you're allowed to kill him. So there's misa there. And you say still and all, he has to pay the knas. Why? We should say, Kim Lei B'derabmenei. That's it. So, Rabbanan said this before Rav Chisda. And it's meaning, the Gemara is answering, that the Chachamim answered before Rav Chisda like this. Really, there's a Chiyuv Misa also by Reidev. He should have to be Potter. But here, it wasn't in the same time. Kim Lei B'derabmenei, it has to be in the same act that he's Chayv Misa, and he was also Chayv Mamen. But here,
why is it the same act? Where's the same act?
No, wait a second. Mishas Hara. He says that when does the woman consider as a B'yula? By Hara. The Pegama, so she's Nivgam. Once she's Nivgam, so now after the full B'yula, then he goes further, he's not Chayv Misa for, because he's a Isha Shenivgam already. So when the Inya of the Knas is for tearing the psulis from the woman. So the tearing of the psulis of the woman happens after the Gemar Bia. When was she Chayim Misa? When was this raid of Chayim Misa by Hara, by Neshika? At the beginning of Bia. So at the beginning of Bia, there was no Knas of Mami. And she was Nivgim. You had to kill him. But once she was Nivgim and he went Vaita, there's no Misa once he goes Vaita. Because she's Nivgim mit Hara. She was already seconds the minute that the Ava touched her bottom. So that's it. So now, that happened. So that Chiyuv Misa happened. But now when he goes further and he tears the psulis, at that time, he's not Chiyuv Misa. Because she's a woman that was Nivgim. So it wasn't together. It says, that's only according to Mandiyama that says Hara is Neshika. That's the Tchilas Bia. But according to Mandiyama that says, no, Hara is not just the beginning. Hara is tearing the psulis. It has to bring in the Hara inside. So Ma'yiklamema, there it's mamish coming together. You have the Bia, and at the same time that he did Bia, he was chayiv with the Knas. So why does he have to pay the Knas? Rav Chisda said that it happened that before this oiners Shabbat, before this oiners that he raped her, so a man already lived with her Shaloi Kedarka. So she's already she's still a psula, but she's Nivgam already. So now this second man that came, Bechazu Ba'ala Kedarka, or even the same person, or another person came and lived with her Kedarka. So this second person that lived with her the normal way, he's not Chai Bisa because he's living with a girl that is already seconds. Because the first man lived with her, Taka not to Psules, but it was done Shalai Kedarka, so she became seconds. Now a new man comes to live with her and has Be'ila, and so he's Chai Knas. And you don't say Kimle B'dab, there's no Misa. Because the Misa is only for the first time before the Nivala, even though it's from the first guy. Yeah.